back at the Artist
Yay!
Coaching to the
Two.
Artist Coaching
Welcome
Podcast.
back to the Artist Coaching Podcast.
Welcome back to the Artist Coaching Podcast, everybody. Let's go. Oh, wait.
Woo!
Okay, let's do it again. Welcome back, everybody, to the Artist Coaching Podcast. Now the sample's not loading. Welcome back, everybody, to the Artist Coaching Podcast. Let's go. Now we're complete.
Lego.
Lego.
Prego.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the live stream. I see Ben Singh is back. Brian Andrade is back. Mikey Foden is back. Welcome, everybody.
Hello.
Good to see everyone in the chat again. Savoy is here. I'll actually be seeing Savoy tonight as well because we're having a pizza session at the office tonight. So that's going to be fun.
Oh,
You've
thanks for
never
the invite,
attended
mate.
one, Jay? No.
Thanks for the invite, mate.
There's always an invite. You're more than welcome to come.
Yeah,
There's
but there
pizza.
was no invite in my mailbox.
Wasn't there? Oh, I should check. My emails, like on a real note, my emails are bouncing every now and then lately.
The good old.
No, it really
the
is.
good old email is it working excuse.
No, it really is. Like
Okay, Joey.
yesterday.
It's okay. It's okay.
Yesterday, I had another client saying as well, like I didn't receive anything. Israel Carter, welcome back. Melodramatic is in the house. Josh Letitia is here again. Are you back from Dubai? I think you are. Lion Harris is here. Adrian B. Siliox Music. What's up, everybody? Oh, it's Thursday for Mikey Phone. Oh, that's fun, man. Like Thursday is always your podcast day. For us, it's Wednesday. That's nice.
Exactly.
Happy Pastry Thursday Eve. A melodramatic will help me fix my email. That will help. I'll let you know. How's everybody been in the chat? And Jay, how have you been as well?
First, let the chat. Waiting.
What's up,
No, I've
Ashton
been
Ray?
good. I've been good. It's been a good week. We had Mero last week on the podcast. It was fun.
Received a lot of good comments about it.
We received a lot of good comments about it, and and now it's back to us two. And we forgot to say Ralph couldn't make it today. Unfortunately, he had some other business calls. He really had to attend, and he moved heaven and earth to try and move it, but he couldn't. So
He moved
unfortunately,
heaven and
without
earth.
is that how you say it?
Yeah, in Dutch, but I'm not sure if it's
I think
also
it's
like...
also in English. And otherwise, English people, you have a new saying. Hey, what's happening with the? Hey, no,
Um,
no, 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 no.
I'm checking something out. If because we have a double stream on YouTube. There's a vertical stream now as well, so I'm testing it out. I'm just checking how that works.
Jay, turn
Anyway,
the reverb down. I don't have any control on what's on my.
Reverb. There's no reverb.
And I don't see myself anymore.
I
So
see
this is
you.
annoying.
I see you. There we go. Okay, let's do this.
Yeah, but it's been a good week. Yeah, I miss Ralph.
You missed Ralph. Okay.
What about you, Joey?
I've had I'm actually like, you know that I'm running a lot right now. I'm training for that event, and actually last week my joints kind of got over. How do you say that? Like overbelast?
Yes, overtaxed.
Overloaded. Yeah, my joints got a little bit overloaded, so I have to slow down a little bit. I had the most painful massage yesterday. So yeah, it's been a quiet week so far, but so far so good. Yeah, and actually quite a busy week as well because, as I said, tonight we have the pizza session with clients at the office, and this Friday we have the collab lab with clients in the studio. So a lot of client events this week. That's fun.
Nice, always good.
Yeah. And aside from that, it's January. I'm pretty done with like the dark days, man. I want
Dude, the
sun.
dark days. The sun was out in full force this morning.
Yeah, but it was dark until like 9 o'clock in the morning. Like I want to
I
wake
can
up in light. It's 7 a.m.
I
I
can
want
tell
light.
you at 8:30 a.m. I was teeing off at the golf club. It was still
Really?
a little bit dark,
Dude, it was
but
raining here.
No, we had only sun
Oh,
here.
we had rain. Like we had a
It was
very,
amazing.
very sad morning. Like dark, rainy.
No,
Like
we
yeah.
had I'm not even kidding. We had one of the most beautiful mornings ever. It was like foggy, and when the sun came, it was warming up. It was super nice.
Hmm.
So yeah,
Netherlands is not that big, but still.
still big differences in temperature. You drive 2 hours and whole
Exactly.
different climate.
I see Josh is back from Dubai. He had a good holiday, hopefully. Hopefully, episode from last week has already passed 1K views on YouTube. Yeah, man, very happy with that. Mero has a lot of diehard fans who's checking her stuff, so very grateful for that. We also see a lot of we also had a lot of new people coming into the Discord this week, probably because of that episode, I guess.
Yeah, nice,
Yeah.
very nice.
Okay.
But
Um.
2 weeks into the new year,
Yeah, man. How are your resolutions doing?
well,
Still holding on. Still grabbing to the necklace.
we
I see.
um we talked about it before the episode,
Mm-hmm.
and
Briefly.
I had some goals for 2026. And the way I plan is I think of goals and then I set them, and that's it. So there's not like a big that I had this in December. I was on the toilet on January 1st, and I was like, I opened TikTok and I was like, no more of this doom scrolling and
No mas.
getting all these things in my head that I don't want per se or that are fun, but I want to decide what I want to watch. So I had a list of things that I want to do.
Okay.
It's literally like in my notes. I'll read it to you. I think
Yeah. Read
it's
it.
fun.
Read it.
First goal: bench 100 kilograms. I can now bench 80 kilograms, so
That's
it is a
quite a lot.
bit ambitious. 100
As
kgs.
as like a
Yeah,
one
one
time.
rep. One
Okay,
rep.
one rep. Yeah.
One rep.
Okay.
But it's a bit ambitious. But then again, you only gonna get that goal if you really like. Now I put it too high, so it's like now I have to go for it. I can't change it to 90. I mean, if I'm at the end of the year and it's 95, and it's like, okay, I really did everything I could, it's a different story. But that's the first goal. Second goal, uh, 12 Jay Hardway releases, which means every month.
Doable.
Doable, definitely. The first one is coming the 30th, so be prepared. 52 Egg Boy releases. Did I say 52? Yes, I
Unless
did.
unless you have a ghost producer or an AI producer next to you, 52 is quite a lot.
That's not a lot. This
No?
is the thing. Hey, why am I small and then big and then
Yeah,
small?
I'm just checking it
Okay,
out. Like
okay,
this
okay,
this works better. This
okay,
works
okay, okay.
better for the
Okay, this
stream.
works. Okay.
Yeah.
52 Egg Boy releases. This is why. I was trying out for 1 week. I'm at home. It's between Christmas and New Year's, and I have my laptop. And my kids are 1 and 3, so every now and then they can play by themselves. It's a miracle when it happens, but you get like 20 minutes maybe if you're lucky. In my laptop, in 20 minutes I can find a sample, add a bass line, add drums, and have like a cool like setup for an Ekboy track. I did this in 1 week. I had like 10, 12 tracks. And I realized, hey, this can be a goal if I want to release a track every week. Um, it's gonna be
Wait,
easy.
how much did you say? Like how much tracks did you finish in how much time?
Not finished tracks, but I had like
IDs.
um, ideas which take maybe 2 hours to finish, um, 1 to 2 hours. But it's like I had 12 in 1 week.
Okay, and
And I
that's for the
realized,
Egg Boy project. So
yeah, yeah, yeah,
lo-fi stuff.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. And I
Okay.
realized, hey, I'm good at this. I can do it quickly. I can do it in between. Why not do something with it and set myself a goal every week, one Eggboy track, and I can release it myself so I can plan ahead. So now until February, it's all planned, and I need to every week at least make one, and that takes, I think, then like 3 hours a week, which
Okay.
and it sometimes I'm scrolling for Jay Hardway stuff, and I'm like, hey, that's a cool sample. I'll save it. I'll work on it later, finish an Eggboy song, and yeah. So that's my
Pretty sick goal, to be
Eggboy goal.
honest. I already see Astron Ray in the chat saying, my resolution is to release one track a day, but it already sucks. To be honest, 52 tracks is already a lot, but
Yeah,
once a day is just insane. Like,
Yeah, once a day makes no sense, but then again, once a week would never made any sense 5 years ago, maybe or 10 years ago. So hey, maybe once a day is the new once a week.
I think releasing one track a day, like I would reframe it into saying I want to work on music each day for like at least an hour or something, and
Yep.
then maybe release one track a week or 2 weeks. I think that might be a better thing.
Yep.
But still, I can imagine that it sucks because it's not sustainable. It's very hard to release one track a day, and if you're gonna set goals, you want to make sure that they're hard but doable, right? Like
Yep.
52 is hard, but it
Yep.
is doable if you
Yeah,
put your mind to it. And
I like to call it ambitious. It's like, ooh, that's gonna be some
yeah,
times where I'm like, uh-oh, I need to finish one today and I only have 1 hour.
yeah, exactly.
But it's yeah, I can churn them out so fast. So I think it's also because I'm a really good producer. No, but I just realized I also like doing it, and then it's like, hey, I also want to see like, hey, what can I come up with? Or is it all just gonna be like, oh, nice beats? Or maybe there's something in between there that's like, hey, blows up, or some
Yeah,
rapper says, hey, that's what I want to use. Or the algorithm starts working for me and something crazy happens.
yeah,
Or end of the year, I released 52 tracks every week at least, and it's like, hey, it did nothing. Well, next plan. But
yeah, exactly.
it's yeah,
It's
it's fun.
ambitious. It's
It's
ambitious.
ambitious and fun.
By the way,
Um,
just before you continue to the next goal,
yes.
Melodramatic dropped another $100 in the chat.
What?
Thank you,
Thanks,
Mister,
man.
for supporting us as always. We appreciate you.
Big
Thank
up.
you very much.
Also, Ralph, you ain't getting nothing. You
This is a 50-50 split. Like it's not. It's gonna be a
It's
third. Yeah.
not like I've ever seen a single euro yet. Joey is
Me neither.
withholding all
YouTube
this
is the
money.
one here.
YouTube.
YouTube is the one liking.
Let's
Oh man.
sue YouTube.
What's up,
Next goal.
Atalo? Yeah, welcome everybody in the chat. Okay, next goal from Jay.
Next goal. Golf handicap 15.
I have no clue. Is that high? Is that low? Is that whatever?
That's like just better than you're no longer a beginner. You're a decent golfer at handicap 15. And I'm
Okay.
now in the realm of like I can be decent, but I can also be horrible. It's handicap 23-ish, so it's kind of like I have my days, and I want to just. But it's the important thing is I don't really care that much about that goal, but it's measurable, so I can just see at the end of the year. Hey, and that's also with all these goals. It's very measurable. The Ekbar releases. Hey, did I compete? Did I actually do it every week? The bench 100 kilograms. That's very measurable because you can weigh weights. Joey is not really listening, but I'm being
I,
very funny
I'm
here.
kind.
Come on, man.
I'm kind of, but
I
I'm
need
also.
some.
No,
I
I'm
need
making
some.
a poll for the chat.
Cool.
Uh, I just
Um.
uh, I just entered a poll into the chat for everybody. If you think Jay will make his 52 release a year goal, you can fill in yes, and otherwise no, of course not. If you don't think he's gonna make it, okay.
Okay.
Next one,
Next
golf.
one. These are interesting because those are all measurable. These are just like, hey, my camera is flashing
I
weird
still
lights.
see you.
Well, still working.
Yeah.
Okay. No news, no reels, and no TikToks. I what I mean by that, I am not going to consume these. I am not going to doom scroll on TikTok or Instagram. I am not gonna read any news. And here's the thing. Reels and TikTok, I think everybody can understand. You get sucked in. There's all this stuff you see that you're not really planning on seeing, and there's a lot of information coming into your brain. I get brain fog. I lose
A lot.
focus.
Yeah.
I think it's just literally a waste of time, and I've better stuff to do with my life, like making Eggboy songs is always better than checking Instagram. Also, the fact
Yeah.
I don't really need it for inspiration, because here's also a thing for all other artists. I want to see what is my true inspiration. So I might not post a lot, but I want to see, hey, do I come up with stuff by myself? Do I come up with stuff that I saw outside, or but not from these scrolling like
Mm,
trying to entertain you, trying to reel you in literally.
yeah.
And the no news thing is very simple. There's a lot of news, and just this is personal for me. Like, there's a lot of news you read, you kind of have an opinion about it, so it kind of like can irritate you or upset you, but it doesn't really involve your life at all. So it kind of distracts from the things that are actually important to you and the people around you. So it's like if I read about an accident in the north of Holland, I mean that's horrible, but what does it what does it do that I
Yeah.
why do I need to read about that? That's my
Yeah.
kind of philosophy of like that doesn't do me any good. That doesn't do my people around me any good. If I'm gonna be sad about it, I would need to
That's
focus on how can
nice.
I make the people around me safer, better, more joy, whatever.
Yeah.
Um, kind of, hey, what can I influence and focus on that. And if you're gonna, I mean, and also people, I've had this discussion with people in real life about, hey, you should follow the news. You should be up to date. Well, there's always someone around me in my personal life that does follow the news, and when something big happens you tend to hear about it. So it's kind of like I'm not advocating for everybody shouldn't follow the news. I'm just like I'm gonna stay off it. It doesn't do me any good.
Yeah.
And it so I still hear about stuff. I talk to people when I'm not in this cubicle.
Well, I think it's
um
mainly the reels and the TikToks, the point you've got there. As in,
yeah,
yesterday I also had a conversation with a client about this. That now we're gonna sound as dinosaurs again, but back in the days, you had a lot of moments during the day where your brain had the time to kind of process things, right?
yep,
If you had to take the bus, you had to walk to the bus. That took you 5 minutes, 10 minutes. You had no AirPods, you had no podcast. Maybe you had a Discman or a Walkman with whatever music that was
that
on, but
skipped like
exactly, probably not. So you were just walking, wandering. Then you stood there for like 10, 15 minutes waiting for the bus, just staring and wondering. Then you were in the bus for 30 minutes, staring, wondering. Like that's already almost 3 quarters, like almost an hour of just wondering and letting your mind wander, being bored, you could say. Um, and what the phone did with us is it took away all those precious minutes. Like you're never bored anymore. You're entertained throughout the whole goddamn day, even on the toilet. You take up your phone like for that 1 minute, 2 minutes you're there. You entertain your brain, and there's no time to wander. There's no time to be bored. But there's a lot of value in those moments where your brain is bored because that's where everything gets processed. And for a creative brain, like not being stressed is a very essential part of being creative. Like if you're super stressed and if your brain is running over hours, it's
you
hard
don't have
to
to even
be.
say for creative brain. It's for every
Yeah,
brain basically.
yeah. But for like people watching now, creative brains, if you want to be creative, being stressed is not very productive.
Yep.
So you want to have a good balance between working hard but also relaxing hard. And like the social content and stuff that you mentioned is just eating away all of those last minutes we had to kind of cool down our brains.
Yeah.
And that's why I think it's a genius idea of yours to
Thanks.
yeah, tune out. I'm part of it as well, by the way. I've started doing this. I'm not completely stopped, but I've really reduced it to like 10 minutes a day, 15 minutes a day
Yeah.
probably.
Hmm.
It's just post and ghost because we post a lot of content, but I do that through a planning tool.
Yeah.
So I never really enter the platform on my phone,
Yeah.
just like 10 minutes a day. And then I reply, and
Yeah.
I can even
I mean,
reply through the other platform.
I'm still gonna post because I think that's still a nice feature of hey, I can share my stuff and I can I
Definitely.
still respond. I read my comments. I mean, I'm
Yeah.
still gonna do that, but it's also gonna be more of hey, if I don't have anything to say, I won't. You know, if there's a release, you'll hear about it. I will still do my best for the best content, but it's kind of like stepping away from the rat race and of all the people that are saying you need to do this as an artist. You need to do no, you don't. You don't need to do that.
I was laughing
Um,
last week. I opened up YouTube and then you see all these thumbnails, right?
yeah,
And I was thinking, like, honestly, if you had no clue where to start and you saw all those thumbnails, you will
yeah,
get so lost. Like
yeah,
one
yeah, yeah.
person
I
tells
mean,
you this is how it should work. The
yeah,
other
I
person
do.
tells you
And
this
yeah,
is
but
how it should work. Like,
and the content is now we have a whole new genre of content which is telling you how to make content. You know, that's a genre on its own.
yep,
This
yep,
is how
yep.
you get engagement. This is a good hook. I mean, who cares? because that's not how that's for me, that's backwards rendering of how you should approach your content. That's like, ooh, this hook works. No, it's that's backwards. You want to tell a good story. Yes, there's tips and tricks, but you can lose yourself in that. So I think
Yeah.
start with the story. What do you want to tell, and try
Yeah.
that to your the best and most creative ability you have.
By the way, just in between, for everyone in the live stream right now, we are going to answer questions in about 10 minutes. So if you haven't sent in your question in the Discord yet, make sure to do so now. The link to the Discord is in the description. We first go through them, and if we've had them, then we go to the live chat. But yeah, I think it's a very strong point, and it's like some sort of addiction, right? Some people quit
Definitely,
smoking, other people stop watching
dude.
content. It's the same
I
thing.
the last 2 weeks I've been off it. It's pretty easy because I don't have to really have any. Well, what I did before, I took Instagram, for example, off my home screen, so that you always have to search for the app.
Yeah.
There's been 2 or 3 times in the past 2 weeks that my brain, that I'm like on Instagram, I opened the app, so I searched for it. I went down the menu that you scroll down on your phone and then type IN and then open the app, and it's purely muscle memory. My brain is just like, oh, I'm waiting for a second. Nope, away. And I think then you also start realizing how dumb of a thing it is, and that's I think I don't think Instagram and I think Reels are amazing. They're very funny,
Mm.
but and that's what I have to also say to everyone. It's not like, hey, quit social media and it's bad, because then I'm the boomer again. It's
Oh,
more
but you
like,
can
hey,
learn a lot from it as
it's
well.
yeah, yeah, definitely. And there's a lot of cool
Yeah.
stuff on it. But it's like I want to be in control of what I consume. And I felt like I wasn't anymore. So now it's like, I'm going to watch a movie. I'm going to think first. What do I want to watch? Instead of scrolling
Yeah.
on Netflix while I have my phone and I'm scrolling and I'm like, 2 hours further and nothing happened.
A couple of weeks ago, I heard a very good comparison, and that person said, I think it was in some podcast, but that person said, like, before, like, social media, as in interest media, which we are in right now, it's okay to be entertained, right? We used to watch TV as well, but we only did it during the evening when you got back from home. You turned on the TV and you
Yeah.
watched TV for like 2-3 hours.
Yeah.
But that was a moment where you allowed yourself to be entertained and to focus on that, like just chill. But now that you have a phone, you take that TV with you all day long. So
Yeah.
every spare second you have, you click on the TV. That's actually what you do. You watch TV all day long. It's just not a
Yep.
TV anymore. It's on your phone.
Hmm.
And so from blocking out time in your calendar, as in just the evenings, to doing it all day long during every single task that I have, that's the problem. It's
Yeah.
okay to be entertained as long as you kind of know, like, okay, now I'm watching entertainment,
Yeah,
now I'm
exactly.
working,
Exactly. Yeah,
right?
exactly.
It's okay to block an hour and
Yeah.
just scroll for an hour if
Yeah.
that if
Yeah. Yeah.
that's what makes you happy and
Yeah,
if you
yeah, for
learn
sure.
something.
Yeah, yeah, that's
That's
but
all good.
that's what I mean. I think it's great entertainment, but for me, I noticed that if I don't cut it out completely, I tend to like slip back
Yeah.
into using it more and more and more. And an example is like I'm in the studio, some project is loading or whatever I'm uploading, whatever takes a little bit, and I'm on my phone. And
Yeah.
that's not how I want to live my life. And this is also a funny way to look at it. Just imagine you're 60 years old or 80, whatever, and you look back and you're like allowed to go back into like 10 pieces of time where you can look at yourself for a snapshot or something. And you
Yeah.
see every time you're like this, like on
Yeah.
your phone,
It's crazy.
that's fucking sad. So
Yeah.
yeah, I don't and then again, maybe it's sad that I'm in front of a screen like clicking melodies, but I rather have that than
Yeah.
scrolling away. And this is the thing, what's the difference between usually on TV back in the day you choose what to watch. I mean, you would go around the channels and there would be something, but I mean, now it's like you're being fed stuff constantly and at such a quick rate. I don't think our brains can process it normally. So
Do you
it
remember that time back in the day with social media where you would reach a point where it just said, that's it, there are no updates
yeah,
anymore?
yeah, yeah,
Like
yeah,
you've had everything That's
Yeah.
where you've just watched all the content of your friends and family, and
Yeah.
it just said
Yeah.
like, that's it.
Stop.
Like there's
That's
no
the
new
end.
stuff.
Yeah, there's no new posts.
That would be great. Like
Yeah.
just the stuff, but they are going to change that. Anyway,
Yep.
I think it's time to continue to.
Yes.
Community questions. As always, we take questions on this podcast, and you can send that in throughout the week in our Discord server. As I said before, the link to that Discord server is in the description. You can send your questions there throughout the week, and we will take them into this episode. So let's go on to the first one from Mikey Foden, who actually just went to bed because it's late for him, but he'll see this tomorrow. Question for Jay. I got your melodic rave EP via promo before you launched it. How have you found using those promo services for getting your tracks seen by artists, and has it been a positive experience?
Well, yes, it's been positive. I worked for that one with Woa Promo.
Woo,
Woa
woo,
Woa
woo.
Promo. Very happy with them. Very happy with the way they. I mean, their database of who they send it out to. That's great. How you get back, so you get a lot of feedback from who declined, who played it. They're very quickly to respond, so that's been great. I think I need longer, let's say this year, to really see, hey, these promo services, because I'm going to use more, because sometimes a promo service can say, hey, that track doesn't fit um, um, our, our,
Roster.
our roster, let's say. So
Yeah.
they don't think their track will do well with the people they send it to, which is a very good reason for declining. And so I have to just see at the end of the year, like, hey, did it get me anything? Or with some tracks, like, hey, did it get me to those persons that I really want the track to get to, that I don't have in my own system? So it's a bit too soon to tell the results, but I love working with yeah, promo service that are actually like, hey, and that's Woe Promo. I'm gonna work with them for my upcoming release as well, which is called The Pain. Will be out on 30th January. But that they say like, hey, that track we can do well because this and this. We think it works well with these DJs, and they also declined another track of mine in the past because they were like, hey, I don't think this will do well with our crowd and what they're used to from our promo service, and that's what I think. Hey, that's a good promo service,
Yeah.
and they won't take any money just because it's money, and that's because that would devalue their service. Um, and another one I worked with is Good to Stand Out, and it's also a good one. It's of a friend of mine who owns it. Doesn't mean I did get a discount actually, but yeah, that's it's the same. Yeah, it
I think it's
sends your track.
a very strong tool to use, because one of the hardest things, especially as an upcoming artist, is getting in touch with those bigger artists, right?
Yeah,
And
yeah,
that's what those companies actually have. Like they throughout the years they have built their network
yeah,
of DJs. And what I at least experienced is that most people tend to open those emails from those companies. If you
yeah,
know the company and if you know that they keep delivering quality music, you're more likely to open those emails.
yeah,
It's a
yeah,
very smooth process
yeah, and through
in
through
most cases.
usually through in-flight, which is
Yeah,
then all DJs are have an in-flight account, and you can subscribe to certain promo services.
yeah.
And
Or you
if
get
it's
invited.
or you get invited, but you can
Yeah,
link with a promo service, and that's the reason that it's so important that promo service decline tracks, because they want to keep that track record. So if,
yeah,
let's say, Armin van Buren always opens the Whoa promos, but all of a sudden, like, hey, there's a bad track in there, or like really not his style, or and that happens 10 times in a row, he's like, oh, that's not so important to me anymore.
yeah,
So that's why it's so important for promo service to do that. And but
yeah,
yeah, it's what labels kind of used to be. Let's say if you released on Spin in 2014, every DJ would check the promo because it's, hey, that's Spin.
yeah,
Now that's shifted. I don't think, well, Spin maybe, but it's like a I don't know if every DJ, certainly the more credible ones, won't be too eager to open it. So you need a good promo service that what has
Yeah.
that, and that also takes some testing out. So
There's this saying, right? Like branding is king or content is king, but marketing is queen. And that's with this as well. Like if you don't market it to the right persons, you can have the best products, you can have the best music. But if you don't get it to the right persons, it's a bit useless. And
yeah,
a promo company can really help with that. Uh, do be careful with it though, because there are a lot of companies out there who charge you quite a lot of money and who don't really deliver. So do your research on which companies you want to use, because most of the time it is quite a sum of money you have to pay for
yep,
it.
yeah.
It's not cheap.
It's always too much.
Yeah, exactly. We have someone from Seoul in Korea in the chat. I'm sorry, I can't pronounce your name. I have no clue. If you can type it out, that would be nice. What's up, legend? Good to have you here. What's up, everyone in the chat? We're still steady. That, by the way, I wanted to mention it.
Where are you seeing this?
YouTube chat.
Oh, you're on YouTube. I thought you were in this. We were in community questions, man.
Yeah, but I was just saying hi to everyone checking
Oh,
in.
okay, 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 okay.
But I just wanted to mention, like the people joining us during the live streams are going up again. Like
Hey,
normally we are around like 10, 15, and now we're like approximately 20, 25 ish.
thousand. He means thousand.
Thousand.
All the sponsors listening, he means thousand.
This is during the live stream. Like the back
No,
listeners, like the listeners back.
10,000, and now
That's
it's
insane.
18,000. So it's almost doubled.
True. What's up, Kairos? What's up, Atalo? You can send in the question to the Discord. There's a tab there called podcast questions, and that's where you can leave them. Please send them. Okay, next question from James Ohi. James Ohi, I think. Ohi.
Oh yeah.
Question for everyone. With social media content becoming more and more important for releasing music, is there anything in particular you would suggest to focus on in content wise whilst there's some downtime between releases? An answer to this,
Go
if I
ahead.
may. Um, yes, what you should focus on is showing your authentic self and sharing more about your passions, showing more about your sharing more about your interests, because essentially you want to get a personal connection with your audience, and your music is a big part of that. It's a big part of why people will start following you or why they like what you do, but your personality is the other big part of this, and you need to show them what your personal taste is. So what type of clothing do you wear, what type of food do you eat, what type of things do you do in life, and share that. Just share your life. And of course, in boundaries, you shouldn't share everything. Think about what you're comfortable with sharing, but essentially that's it. Like, just share what you do and what you like to do in life and how you think about certain things in life. That's what you can do, aside from posting about music. Anything to add, Jay?
Um, yeah, well, it's kind of like, yeah, it's becoming more and more important for releasing music. I mean, I think it's more of a thing of, hey, being an artist is just different now. It's not about, oh, I release music and I have to do content, and people should start seeing that as one thing. And I
Mm,
think it's the same with music. It's not like a separate thing. I make music that I like, and I try to make content that I like. It kind of has to be one thing. It's not like oh, now I have to market my track. No, it's part of the you
yeah,
expressing yourself.
yeah,
So try to focus on, hey, what would I watch? If and don't it has doesn't have to be about the music, but what would I watch?
yeah. There's
And if you
there's
don't
a
want to make that, also maybe don't make it, but also then accept that you're not gonna have the full benefits of technology.
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 I like that meme. Technology. But yeah, that's honestly what I do. Like as Jay said, being an artist these days more than just music, and people want to connect with you on a personal level. So simply share your personal values, share your personal taste in clothing, in food, in whatever you do. Everything that's personal to you automatically makes you authentic. So post more about that. Um, Next question is from IDBC. What's your opinion on Cariola's Marco Cariola's content? Does he provide a necessary critique of the industry, or is his humorous approach unfairly damage the individuals he targets? Honestly, let me
Never
check.
heard of him.
Yeah, I think we did, because he's one of these like meme accounts for the music industry. Marco Caro.
Yeah, I'm scrolling through the profile now, but it's
Cariola. I've seen it come by a couple of times. I think it's more like one of these memes accounts for the DJ industry. I wouldn't take it too seriously. I think it's just for fun. Like it's
yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Also this kind of stuff nowadays, you used to, and we're old, so we're always gonna do this. You used to have haters that would hate, and it would be funny. Now it's like, and this is bothers me so much in general with a lot of people. There's a hater, and he posts something hateful, and it does very well, and now they've become that guy who does that. So now he's the hater. So now he's like, ooh, he can make an income out of it. He can make his own attention. So they keep doing it, and they add on, and they. It's kind of like, how people make a funny video kind of by accident, and then, oh, it does well, and now they're the funny guy, and they must make
Yeah.
funny videos. It
You've
annoys
got that
me.
label.
Yeah, but they think they now have to do that in their life. It's a bit yeah,
Yeah.
it's I don't know. But
And there's
so that's part of it. Someone gets attention from it and gets all those likes, so it's for their ego as well that they now keep doing it. So it's kind of like, yeah, I wouldn't take it too seriously.
no. I just scrolled through it. I actually thought some of the things were just funny, so I think it's just a meme account.
Yeah.
Next question from Descendants. It's quite a long one, so sit back for it. Recently, I came across a video where some producers were reviewing remix submissions. And one of them mentioned that this specific submission was overproduced. So, as a producer, perceiving that word kind of flipped me, since I always thought creativity should not have any kind of bounds or limitations. We know some producers prefer simplicity in their production, and some like to go a bit complicated in a way. In my opinion, neither of those methods are wrong. So, what do you guys think about the word overproduced? You think there should be limitations to creativity or not?
Um. Well, that's putting two things together that aren't necessarily together. Something being overproduced, first of all, is an opinion of someone.
But it's more
So
technically overproduced, right? So
no, it
overcompressed
can be,
or like,
no, not per se. It can be like creatively as well. You can like, oh, there's too much, or there's like too much
ah,
sound
yeah.
design, or too it sounds too whatever. Um, so that's an opinion of someone, I think. So it doesn't really mean that it is overproduced. Second of all, like the like, let's say the end result doesn't have anything to do with your limits of creativity. It just has something to do with how people perceive your work. I mean, that doesn't have anything to do with the creativity, I think. So that's more of the result from your creativity. Your creativity can be um endless, but it doesn't mean that the product will be good. Or
No.
it's a bit like putting those two together, where it's like it yeah, you shouldn't. I think that's overthinking about, oh, what is creativity? What do you mean I can't overproduce? You can overproduce all you want. What I think they meant, a lot of times people make a first version of a track, and they put in some kick. Oh, whatever, this kick sounds good. Yeah. Oh, whatever, this hi-hat sounds good. Yeah, and this clap sounds good. It all sounds, yeah, this is the feeling I'm going for. Then they have a first version which sounds good and has some kind of energy. And then sometimes what happens is, sometimes when you're a better producer, mostly you tend to think, oh, but that kick isn't good, and it's not in the right key, and the hi-hat needs more EQing, and maybe it needs to be different, and a different clap, because it messes with the vibe. And then what happens is, and if you do this with a lot of elements in your track, you overproduce it, you overthink it, you remove the essence of what was that first version. And it's a shame, and that sometimes you can tell someone has been, yeah, but that's what I mean. It's an opinion, so you never know if it's
Yeah.
overproduced, but it sounds overproduced. So I do see what they meant, and I think that's how you should. It doesn't really limit your creativity, but you should understand that what you make is you made it at that moment for a reason. There's a kind of a reason that it turned out the way it did. So then to go back and keep working on it, you're never going to be finished.
Yeah.
Um, so that's what I
Hope
think they meant.
hope that answered the question. If not, please let us know. Next question is from Brian and Rate. Question for you all. Which social media do you use the most and what's your favorite and why? Well, Jay is currently cut off.
Sorry, what
Which
uh,
social media do you use the most and what's your favorite and why?
what is social media?
What is social media even? No, I'll explain or I'll answer. Um, Personally, I've been watching. Do we consider YouTube to be social media? Uh, anyway,
Yeah,
I've been
these days it's they try. They really try.
Yeah, I don't watch shorts, but I do watch more and more YouTube, like long form YouTube, because there's just a lot of valuable stuff there. If you're in the right places where you can find valuable stuff, like there's genius accounts there where you can learn a lot of valuable stuff. So I'm really into the trenches when it comes down to YouTube lately. And as we were saying before, like I'm trying to cut down Instagram and TikTok as a consumer as well. Like with posting, not at all, because it's a very important platform to build reach.
Yeah,
But
it's gonna be less
personal
and less.
consumption, I'm trying to cut that. To be honest. Um, by the way, that last question was well answered, Jay. So he says, thanks for
Thanks.
answering.
Awesome.
Melodramatic. Does artist coaching have a referral link in order to add it to our socials to help support the collective? No, we don't. I honestly don't have a clue how this could work, but please let me know if you
Yeah,
have
we
an
don't have an
idea.
affiliate program. Is that what he's
Yeah,
getting at?
referral
Or
link, but I'm not sure for what because you can't refer
yeah,
people
you can
to.
just refer us to artistcoaching.nl,
Yeah, yeah, that's
the
probably what you
website.
or to the podcast and just let people join
Yep.
the live stream as for 24 people are doing right now. What's up, everyone? Thanks
Hey.
for being here. Next from Second Memory. A promoter asked me for a landed fee. Can you give me an idea of what a normal fee is for an up and coming artist with a few releases on big labels like Revealed and Stamped? A landed fee.
Um, I cannot give you an idea because I
It
have
really
no.
depends.
It's really depends on your
Let's just
profile, on your history, on the club's profile, on the club's history.
let's just
There's so many things that come into play with a fee.
let's
But
just ballpark
you would
it.
need a you would let's say you would need a booking agent for this, because usually booking agents that have a bit of experience kind of know what you should go for as an artist. So I think if you talk to an experienced booking agent and you say, hey, let's say about Jay Hardway, you want to book Jay Hardway, how much would that cost? An experienced booker that doesn't even book me can kind of tell. It's kind of
Yeah,
like yeah, so a booker would know this. It's hard when you do bookings yourself, but just think, hey, how much am I willing to go for?
yeah,
Minus flights, of course, because landed means you pay for your own flights and hotels, maybe, or
yeah.
landed, maybe not for
I
hotel, but
I'm gonna give like a ballpark answer here. It's a really rough answer, but if I check clients and like probably as far as I know from now, like what I could compare to your situation, ballpark answer would be approximately 1,000 to 2,000 euros a gig, and then you have to pay for your own flights and stuff. So um, that's ballpark, but it really depends on all those variables that Jay just mentioned. So it's hard to answer. But
yeah,
ballpark, I would say 1,000, 2,000 a gig.
that would be good if you're
Yeah,
beginning and like
that
don't
would
have
be
any
very
track
good.
record. Yeah,
Yeah,
2,000 would be good. Yeah,
yeah,
under a
uh,
thousand, tricky. I think that's
yeah.
where it gets. It could be good, but depending on that's a long way to fly. Let's say for
Yeah,
it's
if
just
you if
it's
you get
1,000 because that's was what I had when I was doing my own bookings for a short while, and then Ace Agency started doing my bookings. There was this point where we were talking. It's like, yeah, you shouldn't really go under 1,000 anymore, because that's also a kind of a it's that's just like a limit that promoters everybody has in their heads. Like, oh, then you're a bit more than just a
Yeah,
local DJ, let's say.
a bit more serious.
Yeah, so maybe keep that in mind, that minimum. But that can be tricky. Sometimes it's nice to do a show because you can add a holiday to it, or you can add a another booking to it, or you can get footage. So
Yeah.
see what's in it for you. See it as an investment. Yeah.
Yeah, and also what you said, like if you get 1,000 for a gig and you have to pay for your own flights, which are easily 300 to 500 euros these days, and then you have some other costs, you have to pay tax, you won't earn a single dime on that gig. So yeah, it's something to consider. Next question is from Future. I saw Jay's recent track got strong radio show support from the likes of Dimitri Vegas like Mike, Timmy Trumpet, Rehab, and a few others. I'm curious how that actually came together. Was it you personally reaching out through DMs and emails, or did it happen via a DJ promo service?
Yes and yes. Both. I have all their contacts. I always email them. Sometimes you even get a response, believe it or not. But so yes, I reached out to them.
Has
But
Chesto already got
usually,
back to you?
sorry,
Has Chesto
Tiesto
already
has
got back to
left
you?
me on red. But then again, he did, like, I congratulated him with something not too long ago, and then he replied like, "Oh, thanks, man." So it's like,
Yeah,
but the classic story, if you don't know, I once sent a track to Tiesto on DM, and it just said
that's it.
seen
No
at
reply.
that time, and then no reply.
Yeah.
It
Anyway,
hurt.
continue the answer.
Where was I?
Yes and yes.
Yeah. So, but with these bigger DJs and the way they handle their radio shows, it's usually a external service that goes over it. So then I don't have those contacts per se. If I ever see them on CC, or I save it. But then the promo service sends it out to them as well. So it's kind of, you cover way more ground, and you have a different different in a different. So both is always good.
Yeah, it's like that promo
Um,
service we discussed before.
yeah, yeah,
Like,
exactly. Yeah.
it's
But
just
always, just want to make clear that I always send it out myself as well to the contacts that I do have, also on DMs. Yeah, so I don't care, Tiesto, that you saw it and didn't reply. I'm still gonna send you my new track.
hate
It's a
it or
bit
love it.
fancy actually, so you might even play it.
Oh, nice. Next question from Atalo. I think Atalo found, yeah, you found the Discord. Welcome, man. I'm a Belgian beginner producer of 24 years old. I feel so much age pressure because I know I put the work in it daily with a very strong vision where I wanted to go. But I feel I need to learn playing piano because I just love the piano in first place. I mean, I want to learn it. I want to learn 4 hours a day and 8 hours in the weekend. I just feel I also need to manage my producing time, songwriting time. Okay, wait, let's just
Is it a
decouple
question in
this.
here?
Yeah,
Or
I'm
is it just a
okay. So
dialogue?
he's 24. He feels age pressure,
Yep.
and he wants to learn playing the piano, and he puts in a lot of time to learn how to play the piano, 4 hours a day and 8 hours in the weekend. That's insane. That's a
A
full
lot.
day. And he also wants to manage his producing time. So I kind of feel like he's struggling with the balance. Like, what should I focus on? But he's typing now, so maybe he's elaborating on the question. To be honest, 4 hours a day and 8 hours in the weekend of learning how to play the piano is pretty sick. Like, that's too much.
I mean,
Um,
if you don't have kids and you're 24,
eight up, but your
all of us.
fingers, man.
I
Like
mean,
your
I
your
used to have
fingers.
5 hours of screen time. I mean,
Yeah,
it
but I
does
mean
include Google
your
Maps
fingers.
on my
Like
car, but still.
after some point, you just get tired, right? You also need to rest.
Nah, 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 nah.
He says, my question is more like how many different things you need to own when you're in the studio with other producers. Okay, so what kind of skills do you need
Okay.
to own when you're in other
Well,
producers?
then I can answer your question. I think from what I read, is you're trying to do it all. You're trying to be a master of it all. So learn the piano, learn producing. That is very difficult. That is, you're not gonna have enough time to do it all. It's better to have one thing that you're really, 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 really good at than 10 things you're semi good at. So like it's like me trying to become a pro golfer while I also try to sustain a music career. It's not gonna
No,
work, you know. And it
focus.
still hurts, but I'm coming to the realization point.
It's slowly sinking in.
Slowly sinking in. Too old. No, but that's actually, I think you can't do it all. It's better to focus on one thing, and think about, hey, what makes you, and don't think about, well, this is just my personal advice, how I approach things. Don't think about what makes me the most successful. Think about, hey, what do I find the most interesting? What brings me the most joy? And go with that. And that, pick one thing. Keep it simple. Yeah, that's what
If
I would do.
and if you don't know what that thing is for you, you could ask yourself the question, what is easy for me to do and might cost someone else a lot of energy? Because
That's such a yeah, okay. I don't,
most
yeah.
of the time,
Finish.
I'm not saying always, most of the time, that's the thing you're the best at and that you like to do as well. So that's a good question to ask yourself, I would say.
Yeah, but that can also lead to getting very comfortable, I think. This can also
Oh,
be
you can
like
still
something you're
hone the
not
skill.
really good at and do whatever it takes to get good at. The Ronaldo versus Messi thing, you know, like Messi, natural talent. Ronaldo also talent, but not as much as Messi, so he had to work his ass off to, you know what I mean? Does that make sense?
Kind of. I'm multitasking right now.
Here, this is what happens. You lose
Dude,
focus. You
you
lose
just have
focus.
to answer questions. I have to manage the chat, the
I'm managing.
Discord.
I'm
Like
reading the chat. I'm
I'm
reading
just
the chat.
burning out here.
I'm reading the
Okay.
chat.
Next question is from Bob. Hiya. Whether this will be answered on the podcast or someone else can share their thoughts, you're in the podcast. Congratulations. But seriously, how the beep? Yeah, how the beep do you get first gigs? I tried texting local clubs on Instagram, something like, "Hi, my name is X. I play X music myself, and I'm wondering if at some point I could open of one of your nights. Here's one of my mixes." Been sending this to a lot of people, and I'm not even sending to massive places where it's thousands of people, but literally bars and small clubs. I can see all of them see my message, but nobody ever responds. I think this is a point where a lot of producers and DJs will feel you. I think this is something that is
But
very
we all know the
recognizable.
answer, and you're not gonna like it.
Okay, give us the answer.
You're gonna put your shoes on. You're gonna take your coat. You're going to the bar you just DM'd, and you're gonna ask, like, maybe when they just open, ask behind the bar, hey, I'm a DJ, whatever. Go out in real life and just ask. This could do nothing at all. You could go past 10 bars, nothing works, but you never know. Because
Yeah.
DMing, and everybody gets they get tons of DMs, maybe even from other DJs, but just go and say, have a visit. Maybe they say, well, no, but maybe down the road there's another bar where I know they're searching. If you're going out in the real world and telling real people, and this, of course, I'm a boomer, so it's always social media bad. But really, magic can happen. There's things that
Yep.
start to work. And the DMs, I mean, that's already very good. That's already very good that you did that. Don't think, because now you walk into one of those bars, this might happen. This is a scenario, and I'm an optimist, so I don't sound like an optimist, but I'm an optimist, and I always think, hey, this could happen. I could go there, and the guy behind the bar said, "Oh, you were the guy that sent the DM. That's
Yeah.
you. Oh yeah, I listen to your music, but blah blah blah." You get into a talk, whatever. Um, but hey, we say you have the no already. So all you could get, if you can get anything, it's the yes. That's a Dutch saying.
Yeah.
But
It's a yes.
it does
Go
work.
out. Yes.
Hey, the no is already here. You have the no.
Yeah.
So why not try and get the yes? There's not.
Yeah,
You can still have
yeah.
the no. Yeah, it's like go
And
out
and
there.
what you say, I like what you say. As in, I think a lot of people really underestimate the power of real world conversations. It's a lost art, so that's where you have the advantage. Everyone is
Yeah.
sending DMs, so if you are the one that actually takes the effort to visit the club, shake hands with the person, have a conversation, you might be an advantage there. So
Yeah.
get out that studio, go into the clubs.
And be prepared. It could be very awkward. But I think that's the worst that could happen. It could be awkward. You could get a no, but you already
Life
have
is
the no.
awkward. Yeah,
So can be more
exactly.
no than no.
Exactly. Jay, do you have anything to shill?
The 30th of January, October. I was gonna say. This not this Friday. 2 weeks from now. 2 weeks, I think. Yeah, yeah. My track "The Pain" will drop, and I think it's like another track in the melodic rave universe, and I'm very excited about this one. It's a bit techno-y, a bit trancey. It's amazing. Yeah.
Okay, okay.
So
Nice.
I'm excited about that. Pre-save will be available from this Friday, I think. Yeah, I think so.
Okay, cool.
Yep.
Um, what do
What
I
about
have to
you,
shill?
Joe? You have anything to chill?
Yeah, there's actually quite a lot I'm thinking about. Not necessarily for the listeners, but you'll see it come by on the socials this week. We have the pizza session with clients tonight, and we have the collab lab on Friday, so that's going to be very fun. But it's clients only. Um, the retreat, we've planned the retreat in May, I believe, and we've already sent out the first interest. So if you are interested in that retreat, that real life retreat, actually, it's not this online retreat. You have to come visit us and be in the studio with us. If that's something you're interested in, let me know because we are in the middle of looking who we're going to invite for that retreat because there's too many applications already. So we only get to 8 people, only 8 people. It's going to be a very small group. So if you're interested in that, please let us know. I'll send you more
Only
info once we have it.
8 of the 19,000 that are live watching our
Yeah,
podcast now.
yeah, that's insane, right?
So be quick,
Exactly.
guys.
Yeah.
Get in touch.
Um, just to go quickly back to the poll I just started in the beginning, if Jay will make his 52 releases a year goal, the
Yeah, yeah,
majority
dude. You
says
also
yes.
the poll makes no sense. You said of course and yes.
Yeah, I forgot to say, of course not. That's what multitasking does. Like,
Well, thanks,
yeah,
guys. Thanks for the trust.
yeah, the majority says he will make it. So root for the man. 52 releases in 1 year. I would be proud if you make it.
Plus 12 Jay Hardway releases, eh? So
Plus,
40,
that's
64.
70 releases. That's sick.
Building an entire catalog in 1 year.
Exactly. We will be back next week. By the way, one more question to the audience. If you're listening right now, and if you have a certain artist in mind which you would like to see on this podcast, please let us know in the Discord because we would like to get more guests. We had Mero in the past week. We had other guests in the past, and we are looking for more interesting guests to talk about. So if there is an artist that is very inspiring, fun, smart, whatever it
Yeah,
is,
we want the how do you say the rough diamonds, the
yeah,
diamond in the rough, like the people we wouldn't straight away think of, maybe, like.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. So that would be fun. If you have some names, drop them in the Discord, please, so we can reach out to them and see if they're interested. And that's it for now. We will be back next week. Hopefully, Ralph will be with us as well. And thanks for watching and listening, everybody. Enjoy
Thanks,
your day.
guys.
Bye bye.